Downwind foiling. It's been a little while. Been doing some foil camps up at Lennox and doing heaps of surf foiling using this same 850 S series wing, same mast, same fuse, same tail. So I'm going to take it out downwind today and let you know how it goes. Conditions look pretty good. I'm just at Manly now. I'm going to paddle out to Bower and go down to Palm Beach. It's about 25k foil and it should be a bit of fun. But yeah, show you some of what's going on out to sea. So conditions here at Manly. Super glassy here, but just out there, get to the wind line, there's some good bumps. So it should be fun. So in terms of conditions today, it's like a south-southwest breeze, 15 to 25 knots. And we've got about a 3-foot swell from the south. A little bit of east in the mix too, so a little bit going on. Flip her over, and I'm out there. Alright, so I've just paddled out to Bower. It's very Bower, pretty fun little wave spot actually. A little bit too low tide for the foil though. There's no one out today, it's flat here. South wind's blowing offshore, wind's going past, swell's going past. Just going to paddle like another 500 metres out to get like a M to M style start in the wind line. Or I might try to get a paddle up here, whether it'll be on a little wave or just a flat water paddle up, downwind and then cut out to sea. So see what happens as I paddle out. If there's a little wave coming, I might take it. A little bump, I might take it, but Bower's kind of the closest break. You go around to Deadman's, get you a bit closer to the wind line, then you're at wind line, you go all the way down around Long Reef to Palm Beach. Good fun. Follow along here. Okay, I managed to get up at Bower. Gonna start the watch, and I'm gonna pump out to see where the wind line is. Woo. Alright, so I'm about just over a kilometre in. Bumps started to go good, I can actually sit on them. So I'm far enough out, basically I'm also far enough downwind. I'm just off basically Freshie right now. So Freshwater's the next beach after Manly. And because I took that inside line, starting at the wave zone Bower rather than out beyond Deadman's, I had to pump a little bit like I am now. The further out I go, the better the bumps are. But I don't know, I like doing the starting on the shore, pumping out, kind of do the true point A to point B. So it's just starting to come good now. So see what I'm looking at. Only little bumps, but it's going to grow the further I go. Bigger bumps as I go. When I get to Long Reef, it'll be nice and big bumps and continue to grow. The problem is actually at the end, if it's got a little bit too much west in it, going from Avalon to Palm Beach can be a bit of a nightmare. The coast bears away, so westerlies or southwest feels like it's offshore, which you really don't want. If there's enough swell, it's not too big an issue, but it's always a good bit of training pumping in to Palmy when it's got a bit of west in it. I'm hoping this wind swings around from the southwest, even around to the southeast by the time I get to Palmy, but might be dreaming. Here's a good one. So I'm just approaching DY headland. Notoriously there's a bit of backwash here, so it goes Freshie, Curly and then DY. And between Curly and DY there is some seriously big A-frames and backwash that'll trip you up if you're sort of still learning. Basically means there's bumps coming every direction. When you get more advanced, it's actually a lot of fun. But this little wedge here, I'll see if I can show you. So I'm actually on a bump running out to sea. I can get across the wind. That's why these bumps can be super fun. They can increase your angle pretty easily. But this is the way the bumps are going. See the difference probably the sun on my face. But yeah, so getting into the backwashy section just before long reef, you can use these bumps to sort of traverse out to sea to make sure you get around long reef headland. Sticks out a fair way. One of the games I like to play on this particular run is see if I can do the entire run in, so Manly to Palm Beach, in under an hour. And look, it may seem very possible, it's 25 Ks, and so if you average 25 Ks an hour, you've ticked that box, but there's a fair bit going on. The angle of the coast changes a lot. So right now I'm averaging 23 Ks an hour, so I started from the flatter section to pump out, so obviously I was doing much slower kilometres. As I go in this section here, so I see like a 230, so that's getting close to, I think that's almost 25 Ks an hour, not quite. Basically if I do a bunch of those 230 to 220 kilometres, you do the 25 Ks an hour easily. But no falls, changing conditions, and just a good challenge, you know. So I'll keep you posted, but right now I'm a bit behind the 8 ball because of that more westerly wind direction. The other thing is, depending on where you come in at Manly, at Palm Beach, will depend on how long the run is. So it could be 24.5 or it could be closer to 26. And that wind direction makes a difference. So if it's more offshore, you've got to cover more distance, makes it harder to do it in an hour. So let's see if I can do it today. There's some good bumps right now. I'm pretty optimistic that this long reef to Avalon section is going to be really good. So I got to make the most of that. Then once I get around Bengali headland, probably going to lose a little bit of that average speed because of the offshore breeze. But yeah, okay, it's a good bump. I want to show you this. Little section just off long reef right now. There's a few bommies. You might have seen Matt Davies get a couple really big waves out here on the foil. But those bommies that make the big waves, allow the big waves to break, also make the bumps pretty fun off here. done. So I'm just about to pass one of my favourite winging, surfing, foiling, everything spots. Actually where I scattered my dad's ashes. There's a bunch of crew out winging and kiting. So I'm going to try get amongst it all and show you what's going on. Quinny from Fanatic. Always good to see crew out here enjoying it, eh? Right, back out to the wind line. So I'm back out to the wind line after getting a wave out at one of my favourite spots. Now I'm just off like South Narrabeen, and basically if you're too far in here, in this direction of wind, there's like 0 bumps. It may as well be flat water. So I'm hunting out after getting that wave off the point so that I don't get stuck in the lee of the headland. I think I'm sweet, but basically this section can be really good. Lots of big sort of long stretched out bumps, and I guess I'll show you one or two when I get a good one. I'm doing a few more Ks under 230 now. That last one's a 224. Just shows this section's much better than the first section where I was doing like 240s. So that's a good little bump back there though. Keep it going. Where I try to really build my average. Bumps are good, long, stretched out, which means you can go fast. So that was a 2:13, the one before was a 2:11. So getting up there, not bad for the conditions at hand. Average is 24.5, so I need to get that up towards like probably around 26 by the time I get to Avalon, where the wind then goes a little bit offshore, because the last few kilometres they're always slower. So let's see if I can build this average, go from there. Alright, past North Narrabeen and and then Little Narrabeen, and this is where the section generally gets really good. I'm just off Warriewood, Mona Vale, and this is where the bumps really stand up. I'll show you. That was a fun one. And that last one was a 2:07, so that was my quickest so far. Average is at 25 now, so I need to continue going quick, because as I said, when I get around the corner, my average is going to drop. So I'm going to try to get up around 25.5. I'm at 25 now, I've got about another 5Ks to get the average up before I go around the corner, and those last few kilometres are slower. Ooh. Okay, just off Mona Vale, Bungan sort of area, and it's had some really good bumps. Some of the fastest Ks I've done, below 210, and average is at around 25.3 right now. So yeah, speed's looking good. Should be able to get that sub-hour mark. 2:02 for that last kilometre, that's my quickest one yet. Alright, so just about to pass Newport Reef. I'm a fair way out, which kind of just where I've gone, I guess, with this little westerly component. Normally you can kind of see the reef when I go like this. Not going to be able to see it today. I am in a good line to hit Bangali Headland though, so I'm going to hold my line, and my average is 25.5, which is good. So I was hoping it'd be when I got to around here. I'm going to see if I can bump it up towards 26 before I hit North Ave. Stay tuned. In the meantime, watch this. and my average is up around 26. So it is 26 right now. So I've got to keep my average nice and high while I go around the corner here. So far, I feel like it's getting better, but we'll see how we go when we get around the corner. Messed up bumps at Bangali, big headland, refraction everywhere. Unfortunately, my GoPro died. I averaged just over 26 k's an hour for the whole run, but I did it just over 26 k's. So, came in this section at Palmy, and had a super fun run. That last bit was epic, but the wind was a little bit too offshore for me to get in the other end of the beat. Still good fun, still a good challenge, and looking forward to sharing the clips with you all. Sick. Pretty cool that I can downwind the same wing I was surfing out at Watergoes on. Yeah, pretty stoked. Right, so there's the foil I used, 850 medium fuse, standard tail, no shim, 75 mast. They're the conditions I came in on. The bumps are way out there. Continue on, then you've got to cut in to make it to the beach. Otherwise you end up on the Central Coast.